Meh.
Yes, sir.
Good fish, good fish, good fish. He was ready. He was ready. What's up, guys? It's Austin and Aaron back with another episode of Angling A's. And today we're practicing our compound bow shots in the rain, preparing to shoot a buck. Hopefully this evening. So we'll see how that goes with the rain lets off. But for now, we're gonna do a little bit of target practice. That's 30 yards right there. Yes, sir. All right, guys, so basically I want to give you guys a rundown of what's going on this evening. So pretty much I'm setting out to kill a buck. This season has been really tough for me. I had one opportunity at a big shooter. He was a big mainframe 10, possibly with a kicker. Really tall tines, not very wide, but really tall tines. I had a really good shot and I screwed it up. I didn't shoot fast enough. I tried to take my time. The buck spotted me in my tree stand and he ran off. I never saw that deer again. Ever since then, I really haven't had the opportunity to shoot a buck this year. I'm on a time crunch right now. It's December 18th. Christmas is coming up. And this coming week is going to be extremely busy for me. So I'm not going to be hunting as often as I used to. And then after Christmas and stuff is over, we're going to be going back to school, going back to work, and hunting is pretty much going to be non-existent. And then the season ends in January. So basically, we're setting out to kill a buck that we named Colonel. I'll show you guys some videos of Colonel right now. You've seen him before on the channel. Basically, Colonel is a three-pointer. I know it might sound crazy. We have a lot of history with this deer, though. We see him come into the corn every single day we have sat in the stand. So that's why we deemed him the name Colonel. Pretty much, Colonel is technically a three-pointer, or I guess technically he would be a spike because one of his tines is not even an inch long on his right side. And I know it might sound crazy that I'm going to kill a spike, but I've never shot a deer with a compound bow. This will be my first deer killed with a compound bow. I'm shooting the new Hoyt Super Hawk compound bow. It's a 30 or 31 inch bow from limb to limb. 60 to 62 pound draw weight right now. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but just got it sighted in at 10, 20, and 30 yards. Don't really usually shoot anything further than that. So Colonel is a very unique deer. I've seen him a lot, have a lot of history with him. I'm pretty excited to target this buck just for the rest of the season. All the big bucks have kind of moved out, so this is what I'm doing. So this story here, it's about Colonel. All right, guys, so me and Aaron are back out here in the same spot that we were the other day. Colonel comes through here. We had him right below our tree at about 15 yards. So I'm hoping he does the same thing today. So wish us luck. We'll see what we can make happen. Meh. Smoked him. Smoked him. Go down. Dude, that was so textbook. Did he go down? Did he go down? I think he did. Alright, let's stay quiet. Stay quiet. Alright, well, I just smoked Colonel. Colonel lived up to his name and he came into the corn. Aaron up there being my cameraman. I'm shaking more than he is. We replayed the footage and it looks like I drilled him. Man, that's too awesome. I didn't hear him crash, but I think the shot was perfect. So we'll get back to you all here in a little bit, and we'll go find him. All right, guys, we're down the tree. I think the shot was pretty good, like I said. So we got another arrow loaded, and we're gonna go check and see if we can find any blood. Oh, yeah. He's a goner. Smells like gut shot. Oh, dang. But, oh my gosh. I don't know, it looks like liver too. Looks like liver and gut. Dang. I thought you hit him in the shoulder. I mean, you hit him good. We're gonna assess what we need to do. So y'all stay tuned. We'll try to figure something out here. Well, guys, after a long journey to try and retrieve this deer, we finally retrieved it. I did have to put a second shot in him, which is not ideal, and I hate that, but sometimes that's the way of bow hunting. But he's actually a 5-pointer. It's not Colonel, but I'm okay with that because Colonel was a lot smaller than this deer. Once we get him cleaned up here, we'll show you guys everything and go from there. But I got my girlfriend out here and she's helping me out today. Super thankful for that. So we'll take him out here in a second. All right, guys, well, here he is, tagged out for my buck in Kentucky, and my first bow kill ever. I've only used crossbows, so it's my first bow kill with the Hoyt Super Hawk, and it got it done on this old 5-pointer. Young deer, wouldn't normally take deer like this, but this year calls for some tough conditions, and hunting season is almost over for me in a couple weeks, so I had to do what I had to do, and I like the outcome. We're gonna get this guy European mounted, but for now, we're gonna get him cleaned up. So stay tuned and we'll show you guys after the cleaning process. All right, guys, so I'm back now. It's probably about a week later after I shot that buck. Pretty much it was just a little 5-pointer. I wouldn't normally shoot a deer that small, but season's been tough this year and I was taking everything that the good Lord given me. But basically, I'm really proud of this harvest. It was my very first kill with a compound bow. I've always used a crossbow for deer hunting, never shot anything else with a gun or a compound bow or anything like that. I always used a crossbow because I had a bad shoulder. And this year I was finally able to recover from that and harvest my first buck with a compound bow. So it was a huge accomplishment for me. But before I show you guys that European mount, I want to go over something about shot placement on this buck. So pretty much as you guys can see here in this video, the shot placement wasn't ideal. I shot him really far back, probably about midways through the body. I wasn't aiming for that spot. It could have been a combination of my sight being out of place, even though we did do a lot of target practice beforehand. I did jerk my arm a little to the right. However, I did have to put a second shot in the deer like I explained before, and we did actually get the buck down on the ground, as you guys saw in the video. So that's the most important part. But now I'm going to show you guys the European mount. The actual skull and antlers were done by Whitebone Custom Creations by Brian Akers, located in Ironton, Ohio. I'll put his card up at the end of the video here so you guys can see it. But basically, I put the skull and the antlers on this backboard here with the arrow that I shot him with, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. He did a fantastic job on the mount, and I couldn't be more happier with it. Like I said, it was a nice little 5-pointer, first buck of the season, and very first deer with a compound bow. So I'm extremely proud of this harvest, and I will absolutely never forget this moment, and this will be hanging on my wall for the rest of my life. So basically, guys, that's going to be the conclusion of this video. I really appreciate all of you all watching, and from England A's, we would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we hope to see you guys next time on the next episode of England A's.